I don't guess Howard and David Bellamy are married to each other.
We get asked that.
No.
You get asked that
You know, these
So what do
days
you say?
anything goes.
Yeah, well, no, we're
a lot. This
not
is
married.
the first time you guys have been with us on one
Yeah,
of the
it is. It's
family
really good to
reunion
be here,
shows.
too.
Man, it's great to have
Good
you
day to
here. Of
be
course,
here on the
several
Kinfolk
people
Day.
in the room have not been here before, but it's great to have y'all. We were talking earlier about the fact that you travel all around the world, which you do. How many days a year you think you probably spend out of the country?
Oh, out of the country?
Yeah.
I don't know. We did.
This year, let's just think this
We
year. I
did.
can't
Well, we
remember
did 3 pretty big tours of Europe this year.
And they last about
2 or 3 weeks.
3 weeks,
Yeah.
normally 3 weeks. So
You're out of the country a lot.
a lot, yeah.
Quarter of the time. But you still come home and you still go back to,
Oh, yeah.
is it Darby, Florida?
Darby, Florida. It's like a magnet. We always go back there.
Yeah. You have a ranch? Is it a ranch?
We
or-
do. We have a working cattle ranch, yeah.
Yeah. Now, who looks after all of that while you're traveling?
We have a family that works in our office, and they have sons, and the whole family does just whatever needs being done. They're a real trustworthy family, and we leave them in charge. We come home, and everything's usually in order. And cows may be in the yard when you get home, and if it's a weekend, or your dog. We came home one time, and I have a lab that weighs about 100 pounds. And I was going to go for my normal walk with him, and I went out to call him, and I heard him whining, and I couldn't figure out where in the world is he. I didn't think to look in a tree, of course, but I kept looking on the ground for him. All of a sudden, I realized that's coming, and I looked up, and he had gotten into a tree.
Wow.
And to this day, we actually have photos of it, if you don't believe this story. But he got in a tree, must have been there a couple of days, and came home. And, yeah,
We had to get the tractor
had to get
with
the
the
tractor
forklift
with
to
the
get him
lift
out.
up to get him down.
Oh my God.
Lee, there's your song. I might put
My
that to
dog climbed a
music.
tree.
Yeah. So, being in Florida, do you raise any citrus, oranges, or grapes?
Yeah, so we were born in an orange grove, yeah. But neither one of us like hoeing orange trees. We grew up with, we were professional hoers when we were growing up. We hoed a lot of orange
A
trees.
hoe was a whole different thing.
Yeah, a
you know?
whole different thing in those days,
Yeah.
I think rather than pursue that we need to. How about another song from you redneck guys over there from Florida? Curious about one thing. What do they think a redneck girl is in Switzerland or New Caledonia?
We find they're everywhere.
Does it have the same meaning in
Well,
other
it's kind of
places?
like being a cowboy. A cowboy. Every country has cowboys.
And rednecks.
And rednecks. There's
don't
British
know.
rednecks and
Truck
German
drivers
rednecks.
in every country.
And
you go.
truckers. There's truckers everywhere. In fact, we play trucker festivals in Switzerland that are, 10,000 people.
Wow.
That are just trucker weekends and stuff like that.
I was thinking while you were doing that about another song of yours. Are you gonna visit the old hippie one more time? Do old hippie number 3?
Well, we did the old hippie Christmas. We did a version on the old hippie Christmas, and he got pretty loose on that one. So I think we'll rein him in.
I just wondered if you were going to take him into the golden years.
Yeah.
Shall we say?
We might have to do one more. We get requests all the time. People will write in and say, "Hey, you write another version of old hippie." I think
He's really confused at this point.
He's been confused all along. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could write about anything.
He's senile at this point.
Hadn't been a song written about that in a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go back and do. I know you must get every comment in the world about the song about the beautiful body. If I held it, would you hold it against me?
Yeah, we've had a few. Had a few.
That line has never worked, by the way.
Not for us, anyway.
Not for me, personally.
We've heard it worked on other people, but didn't do anything for us. So.
Well, try one more time.
All right.
Television.
All right.
If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I swore you were an angel, would you treat me like the devil tonight? If I was dying of thirst, would your flowing love come quench me? If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Now we could talk all night about the weather, tell you about my friends out on the coast. I could ask a lot of crazy questions, or ask you what I really wanna know. Say, if I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I swore you were an angel, would you treat me like the devil tonight? If I was dying of thirst, would your flowing love come quench me? If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? The rain can fall so soft against the window, the sun can shine so bright up in the sky. But Daddy always told me, don't make small talk. He said, come on out and say what's on your mind. Say, if I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I swore you were an angel, would you treat me like the devil tonight? If I was dying of thirst, would your flowing love come quench me? If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me?
Bellamy Brothers, so great. Thank you,
Bill.
David and Howard.
You know, when we were on tour with them, you know, for 20 years we'd do shows, one of the reasons I love, well, first of all, they're great guys and we loved hanging out and loved making music, but I'd stand over on the side. All harmony singers want to do what? Be the lead singer. Guess what? All of us lead singers want to sing harmony. We never got to. And I'd stand over there every night and sing the third part up above it. I love it. It's great to see.
Well,
y'all.
the story I heard was that you stood over there. You want to tell that, David?
Oh, man.
Well,
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
No,
Bill.
no, I'm just repeating what you told me.
This
as
is
I
just not right.
As I remember it, I used to wear chaps on stage. You know, just
I'm
old
sure
Western.
glad those days passed.
And I left a pair of chaps in the dressing room. I had an extra pair. I had them in the dressing room. And Larry decided to put them on while we were on stage.
And when you're part of Canada, we're
Yeah,
Quebec, I
up in
think.
Canada.
Yeah.
He decided to put them on, except he didn't wear anything under them. And he decided to moon us during the show.
Larry?
But
The problem is, we saw it and we were like, oh my God, please. But
The last
he didn't
thing we
realize
wanted
that
to
about half the audience could see him. So it was not a pretty sight.
Well, you know, I wasn't always living at the foot of the cross. You know what I'm saying? We had some great times, though.
Yeah, we
Some
did.
great
Larry.
times. God bless. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Woo! Howdy.